This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for May 9th, 2024. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Just announced the popular Monstour 2, featuring Falling in Reverse, Dance Gavin Dance, Black Veil Brides, Tech Nine, and Jairus Johnson, hits the Leaderbank Pavilion in Boston on September 9th. Tickets go on sale this Friday, May 10th at 10 a.m. Well, it seems Netflix has removed the booing of Kim Kardashian from the rebroadcast of Netflix's The Roast of Tom Brady that aired live from Los Angeles this past Sunday. According to TMZ, who compared the video of the live broadcast versus the rebroadcast, the 3-hour roast removed the booing. The roast featured comedians Kevin Hart, Nikki Glaser, Tony Hinchcliffe, athletes like Rob Gronkowski, Randy Moss, Drew Bledsoe, with special guest appearances by Will Ferrell, Ben Affleck, and Peyton Manning, alongside coach Bill Belichick. Monster Magnet have announced a 35th anniversary tour lined up for later this year, beginning in Manchester in the UK on September 22nd and going across Europe before it ends in Berlin, Germany on October 24th. No word yet on if Monster Magnet are going to continue their tour in North America. Serj Tankian from System of a Down is getting ready to release his memoir, Down with the System, set for release from Hachette Books on May 14th, saying, quote, "Let me first say that the book goes into very detailed explanations of our relationships, but it also talks about some of the origination of the songs. But one thing I really want to clarify is, despite some of our creative differences, which has happened over the years, which is quite normal within a band, and the push and pull of songwriting and the thematics and direction of it all, we have immense respect for each other. We just played a show called Sick New World in Las Vegas. We had a blast. It's one of the things where in my life it's complicated and relationships and partnerships are complicated. They don't always work perfectly, but there is a certain thing, a bond, especially with System of a Down, that I can never replicate elsewhere." Iconic studio engineer Steve Albini has passed away at the age of 61, suffering a heart attack at his iconic studio. His passing was confirmed by the staff of his electrical audio studio in Chicago. In 2023, he was asked how he wanted his music career to be remembered. He said, quote, "I don't give a shit. I'm doing it, and that's what matters to me. That's the whole basis of it. I was doing it yesterday, and I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to carry on doing it." Steve Albini is survived by his wife, Heather Winna, and their pets. Albini famously turned down royalties for In Utero, the classic Nirvana album, saying that he wanted to be paid like a plumber. Pay me to do a job and pay me well. Nirvana's social media accounts have shared a 4-page letter that Albini wrote to them proposing that he produce their landmark album, In Utero. Saying in the letter, quote, "I think the very best thing you could do at this point is exactly what you're talking about doing. Bang a record out in a couple of days with the high quality but minimal production and no interference from the front office buttheads. If that is indeed what you want to do, I would love to be involved." Korn are teaming up once again with Adidas for a second line of merch. The line set for release on May 15th. The release will be available online and in select Adidas stores. The full collection, including the web store exclusive green sequin tracksuit and super modified shoes, is going to be available on the Korn web store at kornwebstore.com. Korn recently announced a North American tour with Gojira and Spiritbox in celebration of their 30th anniversary. That includes a stop in New England on September 21st in Mansfield, Massachusetts at the Xfinity Center. Blue Oyster Cult have released a previously unseen homage to the Beatles, an acoustic version of the classic If I Fell, a tribute to the Beatles film A Hard Day's Night. The Chromatica Ball, Lady Gaga's most recent stadium tour, which was postponed twice as the world shut down due to the pandemic, was captured on film and is set to be released as an HBO original concert special called Gaga Chromatica Ball. Premiering on HBO May 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, the concert film captures Gaga's September 2022 performance at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. In a new interview, Dexter and Noodles from The Offspring have confirmed the band's 11th studio album is completed, saying, quote, "It's done, it's mastered. All the guys were just on the bus and we just listened to the masters of the new record. It's just done." Noodles saying, "It's kind of how we work these days. We don't just go and lock ourselves in the studio for 6 months. We kind of do it piecemeal, a couple weeks here and a couple weeks there." Coal Chamber have announced a headlining summer 2024 tour featuring support from Fear Factory, Twisted, Wednesday 13, and Black Satellite. The tour kicks off August 23rd in Las Vegas and runs through September 29th in Denver. Tickets go on sale to the general public tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster. That includes the only New England stop in Boston, Massachusetts at Big Night Live on September 17th. A group of 1,000 musicians, including members of Funeral for a Friend, The Blackout, Holding Absence, and more, will come together to pay tribute to Linkin Park at a huge show in Birmingham later this year. Taking place at the Utilita Arena on August 18th, the show is being put on by the Uproar Foundation, a local charity founded by an alternative club night in the city to raise money to help provide free mental health counseling and services to the alternative community. The show was christened 1,000 Lights in reference to Linkin Park's final album, One More Light. Musicians can sign up to participate and will be tasked with fundraising for the charity via Just Giving. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 205, featuring Ed Roland from Collective Soul, is available now. And check out this week's bonus episode featuring Seether.